Hey guys, Mr. Gibson here. This week we are really getting into the details of protein synthesis or how proteins are made. But before we can get into the exact steps, first we need to look at the components of DNA, the parts that make up your DNA. Generally, you understand at this point that DNA contains your genetic information. But we really need to get into what that actually means and what your DNA is actually made of. This activity, Explore 1 Components of DNA, is hopefully going to explain that to us. It's going to let you explore and discover it on your own. So it says today you get to discover the components that make up your DNA. That's pretty wild. You're going to click on this Google Doc, make a copy with your name in the title, and answer the questions in part 1 and part 2. Now here's the thing. Part 1 is going to ask you to use a gizmo. It's a gizmo you've used before. It's the building DNA gizmo, but you're not going to work through all the steps. You're just going to use it for just one part of this, okay? Because it's a really good representation and it's a good visual. So the gizmo website is linked here, and it's linked in the Google Doc. So let's just take a look at this Google Doc real quick. Make sure you guys are good to go. So here's the thing. DNA has this really unique structure. It's called a double helix. And it really lends to the function of your DNA. We did not know that the DNA was a double helix until 1953. Okay, your grandparents were probably alive when there was a time we did not know what DNA even looked like, and now we're just going to take that knowledge for granted that it's a double helix. Okay, it was proposed by Watson and Crick. It was actually discovered by this female scientist by the name of Rosalind Franklin, who she was an X-ray chromatographer, which means that she used X-ray images to take pictures of molecules. And Watson and Crick, these two guys here, I actually had a professor in college who was taught by Francis Crick, which is neat. But anyway, these guys are trying to figure out the double helical structure of DNA. They didn't know what shape it was. They had it narrowed down to a few options, but they worked it down the street from this lady named Rosalind Franklin, who just so happened to be taking X-ray pictures of DNA. And they go into her office. They're let in by her assistant, unbeknownst to her. They walk into her office and see this picture of DNA sitting on her desk. And they then realize that DNA is a double helix because of her picture. And then they go back and publish that they've discovered the structure of DNA. And she got credit on paper as having helped when she's actually kind of the one that discovered it. Watson, Crick, and Rosalind Franklin's lab assistant all get Nobel Prizes. Rosalind Franklin does not, because she died of ovarian cancer from all of the X-ray radiation she was exposing herself to. And Nobel Prizes cannot be awarded after death. So she got kind of the raw end of the deal there, so I wanted to make sure to mention her name because she deserves credit. Anyway, so today you're going to discover the structure of DNA on your own. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to the gizmo. It's the building DNA gizmo. You're going to log in. Okay, you guys should know how to do that by now. I'm not going to go in and do that for you. So what you're going to do is you're going to build DNA. Okay, now don't split it. Don't come in with helicase and split it in half. You're just going to build it. Okay, that's all I want you to do, just like you did before. And I want you to take a screenshot of that, copy and paste that image right here. There's a little camera image up in the right-hand corner of the gizmo, and it'll let you take a screenshot and copy and paste the image here. Okay, I figured that was easier than making you draw your own DNA strand. They're going to answer these questions, okay? And then you're going to read this. This walks you through all of the parts of DNA. So you've got the phosphate, you've got the sugar molecule, which in DNA is called deoxyribose. You've got the nitrogenous base, which is the A, the T, the C, and the G, adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine, all that stuff. Walks you through all of that. And then it has some more information here. And you actually are going to draw a simplified version of your DNA strand that you made in the gizmo up here. And a way you can do that is you go to Insert, Drawing, New, and you can actually draw your DNA strand. If you have a pen, that's cool. If you want to use shapes, you can use shapes and then connect them with lines. However you want to do it, I'm giving you full artistic freedom here, okay? I don't know what's going to happen with it. Okay, good. You're going to put that there, and then you're going to answer these questions. And this is really walking you through just the structure of DNA, what DNA is made of, because we cannot understand how DNA is used to make proteins until you understand the structure of DNA. Okay, so if you have any questions about this activity, please let me know. You can email me or call me. All right, good luck, guys.